Welcome, everybody. My name is Ben, also known as Templar Knight Crypto, and I am here today to help celebrate the launch of the Phoenix token on the Avalanche network. So I decided that I'm just going to go live here on YouTube to help celebrate this project finally getting to its home network and launching its token called the Phoenix token. So before I get into all the fun and looking at the token and seeing what the price did today, I do have a quick disclaimer, and that is that this content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. But I would love to know where you're watching this video from, whether you're watching it live, whether you're watching it on a recording. Let me know in the comments where around this great big thing we call the earth, where you're viewing this video from. I would love to know how the reach that this video will get in the months, years to come. So the token that I'm going to be talking about today is the Phoenic token. It is from a company called Miracle Cash and More. I've been kind of watching this project. I'm involved in this project a little bit. I bought a couple of products. I have a small amount of the token that I've purchased, but we are going to take a look at the charts, see what the charts did today. We are going to look at some of the real world applications that this company is putting behind the token. So this is something that I am very excited about. You can definitely subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed. I'm going to have more and more videos, not only around this project, but some other crypto projects as well that I feel are going to help shape or help lead us into the next stage in their next evolution into crypto. So we've seen a variety of different eras in the crypto space, and I think we're getting ready here in the end of 2024, 2025. I think we're going to have a bull run, and I think we're going to see the next evolutions in the crypto space start to happen. So as I said, we're going to be talking today about Phoenix, and let's take just a little snapshot. I want to give you a little bit of a behind the scenes look at what I saw when I took a look at this project about maybe 2.5 years ago, and kind of what it's turned into since then. So I'm actually going to go ahead one slide, and I'll come back. What I saw, with this particular project, what they were building at that time 2.5 years ago, they were focusing on a real world retail network over in Europe. So you can see they had Italy, Germany, France, Spain, Belgium, Cyprus. This company is founded in Cyprus, Turkey, and they had already built up a network of ATMs. They were building out retail stores. They were working on point of sale technology. And so I was very interested at that point about the real world application that they were coming out with that was going to be involved in the crypto space. You take one look at what this slide shows, and if I go back to this slide, you can see that it has grown a lot more than just this Miracle Cash and More column. We have the Phoenix token that I'm talking about tonight. We have something on the horizon called the Mir coin, which is going to be a stable coin. We have nodes. We have Leveler, which is coming. We have Miracle States. We have a media company. We have sports, soccer. If you know anything about me personally, you know that I love soccer. You know that my name is in the National Hall of Fame for soccer here in the United States. So I love soccer. So let's see here. I already talked about kind of the back end side, the real world application that this token is going to have. This is just a technical diagram. Let me get out of here. Let me get over here to the fun part of today, and that's going to be the chart. Let me grab this chart real quick. This is the real time chart of the Phoenix token. It launched earlier today. For those that are on chat, hello. Tia, the Westons, Renee, welcome. Thank you for being here. Appreciate everybody being here, joining live. If you're watching this on a recording, thank you for being here on the recording. So this is a system called TradingView for those of you that may not have seen it. And it tracks the real-time price of any particular crypto that you kind of want to track. So as you can see here, I'm tracking the Phoenic token paired with the USDT. So that's the trading pair. I'm looking at 15-minute intervals, and I'm looking at MEXC, which is one of the two exchanges. The other exchange is CoinStore. So we launched today on 2 exchanges. There are more exchanges to come. So very, very exciting. But today is launch day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this down and change it to a 5-minute interval so we can kind of dig in a little bit and look at what happened when this token launched today. Now, mind you, this token had already been on the BNB network. What happened today was what we call a migration. And that means that instead of being on the network that it was on, which was BNB, Phoenic was transferred, the contract was transferred over to the Avalanche network, and the Avalanche network is going to be its quote unquote forever home. So let's take a look at what happened when it launched today. Let's see if we can figure out what price did it launch at this morning. So earlier today, when it launched at about 3 cents a token. Now, as you can see here, we scroll up. Previously, it was up here in the 11 cent, 12 cent range, right? But that was over on the BNB network. That was before this migration, and that's okay. You know, there's a lot of things that can happen on launch day when things get migrated. I'm going to talk a little bit about what this project has in store for the future and kind of why I am so excited about it, why I will be following it on this channel. The big number one reason is there is real world business, real world application supporting this particular cryptocurrency and supporting this particular ecosystem, right? And as I make more videos, I'll talk more about why I feel that's important and in the crypto space. So started off today at around 3 cents when it launched. Now look what happened in the very first 5 minutes, right? It went all the way up here to 24 cents, a little over 24 cents. So in the matter of 5 minutes, it went from 3 cents all the way up to 24 cents. Now that's something you typically see on launch days for different tokens. This wasn't its day one launch, but this was the launch on the Avalanche network. So still very exciting to see that even if we look back at where it was on the BNB network, right down here, just under 12 cents, it's all the way up here at 24 cents. Now, some of you may be saying, Ben, what are those crazy colored lines and why do we have these bars? You know, you're not familiar with how to read a chart, and that's part of why I wanted to do this call tonight, is to have a fresh perspective on what does a chart look like? What are things to pay attention to for those that are in the project and don't know how to read charts or never seen charts? Maybe some of you out there are looking at this going, well, I know how to read a chart, but that looks cool. And you are going to look at this token as an opportunity. And some of you out there are like, well, okay, I want to learn charting. I want to learn some basics. Well, here's an opportunity to learn some of that. So here we go. So what we have here, these bars, these colored lines, I should say, this white line is what we call the moving average. And you'll see as we go through this that these bars are either going above the white line, they're crossing the white line, or they're coming up from the bottom and they're touching the white line. So this white line, think of this as the middle point of all of these bars that you see. So the green and red and teal and orange bars, right? So these bars, we have it broken down in 5-minute intervals right now. these are what's happening in that little 5-minute snapshot. So if the bars are above the white line and they're green or a shade of light green, then that means that the people are buying. People are buying at those prices that you see in those particular bars. So this first 5 minutes, then we had another 5 minutes, so that's 10. So now we are 15 minutes in, and people were buying Phoenic between 18 cents and 23 cents, right? So in this 5-minute window, that people were buying between that range. Now you look at the red bar. What does the red bar mean? The red bar means people were selling, and they were selling between 22 cents and 18, 19 cents, right? Now you'll notice again, as we look at this, these bars are always going to be interacting with this white line. Okay. Now the blue, the green, the yellow, the orange, the darker orange, and the red lines are different lengths of moving averages. Okay. Whether it's a 5-day moving average, a 10-day moving average, right? You don't necessarily need to know all the technical stuff, but you do want to pay attention to what order are the colored bars in. The order that we want to be, if we're people who are looking to buy, right? Or we want to see that the token is doing well, we want to see it in this order: white, blue, green, yellow, orange, dark orange, and red. Kind of like the color of the rainbow. If you see down here, it did the reverse. It started at red at the top and went backwards down to white. What does that mean? Well, as you can see here, as the price came down, as people started selling off this immediate shoot at the very beginning, people started selling. People started taking profits, right? And you'll learn more about that in other videos, but you can see what happened. As people started selling, the price came under the white line, and the red drove it down here. And look at what happened to the colored bars. The colored bars flipped, right? So this just tells us that in this window of time, which is about an hour, we had a big bump up in the first 15 minutes, and then we had a slow bleed down, and we found a price down here. Now, I was watching this live on my phone today, and there's something kind of interesting that happened down here at the bottom, right? I mentioned that we had 2 exchanges that launched, MEXC and CoinStore. Now, the whole first hour, I was trying to get into CoinStore to see it because I live in the US and I couldn't get into MEXC off of my phone because MEXC is not, I can't use it here in the United States, but I can use CoinStore. So I was really trying to get into CoinStore, but I couldn't get in it, but I could watch MEXC here on TradingView. Well, here about an hour in, at the bottom, at around another touch of 3 cents, CoinStore started trading. So now you had 2 exchanges. You had MEXC and you had CoinStore both trading. And like I said, when I open this, you're going to have more exchanges. The more exchanges that have this Phoenic token, the more people are going to have access to it. It is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful for the project. So as you can see here, just a few minutes later, so 5, 10, 15, about 20 minutes later, we have another big bar that crosses all the colored lines. It comes up here and goes from 3 cents all the way up to 15 cents, right? So that's a great, and then it's followed by another green bar, back above the white line. It comes all the way up here. Where'd it go? It went all the way up here to 33 cents. So this token at some point today was being purchased for 33 cents a token. That is awesome. Now, in my coming videos, I'm going to teach you about a strategy called the alligator that has to do with these colored lines, that has to do with the bars. And the gist of the alligator is when you see these bars above the white line, an alligator is opening its mouth and you're seeing the teeth come out. That's what these bars are. The alligator is eating. So we saw this here as an opportunity for an alligator signal, right? Now you can see here what happened. We had another run up here. It didn't go quite up to 33, but it went up here to 27. Then we had a little bit of what I like to call a pullback or a test. Again, everything's going to be in relative terms to this white line. That's the medium. That's where everything wants to live. That's the comfort zone, right? And so you're going to see this pattern of white, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red, that pattern, and then you're going to see it flip. Now it may not flip all the way, but it may do partial flips, and you will start to notice there are patterns to things, right? And so one of the things that crypto does is it tries to go find a top, which would be a range, the top of the range, and then it's going to go try to find the bottom of the range. And then what you'll see is it will start to trade up and down in kind of a wave in that range, right? And so it'll touch both the top and the bottom. So now what I'm going to do, so we can see here, it kind of came back down to the white line. It crossed over. It went under, stayed under for a few minutes. Then it went sideways. Then it went under again. Then it went sideways. Then it started a little bleed down. Then it started to flip again. And now we're going sideways to where we currently are, where the current price is 22 cents, a little bit over 22 cents. So that is an awesome, awesome kind of first day look of something starting at 3 cents and it's all the way up to 22 cents. That's 7 times if you were able to buy it at 3 cents. Now, not a lot of people can get in on day one at 3 cents when coins launch. But if you were able to get in, 5 cents, 6 cents, 7 cents, 8 cents, 9 cents, 10 cents, you are definitely very happy to see 22 cents right now. Now, this is the 5-minute chart, right? So there can be big swings. Let's look at the 15-minute chart here. And you'll notice similarly, a similar pattern of the colored bars or the colored lines, but then the ups and the downs of the bars trying to touch the white line. And it's compressed because you have 3 of those bars from the other time frame, the 5-minute, compressed into one, right? And so now you see a little bit more of a compressed time frame. We still are at the 22 cents. It's not changing the price. You're just looking at it from a little bit bigger time frame. Now let's go out even more, right? Let's look at it from, well, let's do here, and let's look at it from an hour, okay? And this will really maybe open your eyes a little bit. Let's shrink this a little bit so we can see. Look at those first 2 hours, right? We had zoomed all the way into the 5-minute, but now we're looking at it from the first 2 hours, all green, all big candles. That's what you like to see on opening day. What you don't want to see is a big, gigantic red candle back the other way, crossing all the lines, right? So traders have different strategies for different things. There are people that only trade launch day and they have their own strategy. There are people that trade the alligator strategy, which is something I'm going to cover on this channel. There are all sorts of strategies and ways to use the information that a chart provides to trade a crypto, whether you know a lot about it, you've been with that project from day one and you know everything that's going to be happening, or maybe you're somebody like me, you kind of got into the project and learned about it over the last 6 or 8 months, and now that it's launching, so you kind of have an idea, or maybe you have no idea about a project. So let's look at what is out there on the internet for the Phoenic project. So let's pull up this page here. And so the first thing that I'm going to talk about is Miracle Cash and more. Let me pull up the PowerPoint real quick. So Miracle Technology Holdings is the the top company. Then they have Mediterra, and then they have Miracle Cash and more, right? To kind of give you an idea of the structure here of what we're talking about from an organizational standpoint, right? So if we go to the Miracle Cash and More website, we can go here, we can learn about them, we can look at where their stores are, what countries, what's in the Miracle world. They're talking about Miracle Swap, Miracle Trade, a wallet, a mobile app, and the mobile app is called Miracle Pay, right? So again, you can go out here if you have no idea about Miracle, no idea about Phoenic, no idea what's the back end side is, and get the information about what they have that's backing this project from a real world perspective. They even have, like I said, the media company that is broadcasting soccer in Turkey, right? Now that may not mean a hill of beans to you, right? As a soccer fan, I'm like, that got my ears perked up. But if you think about it, think about the country that you live in, right? What company owns the rights to broadcast sports, whether it's soccer or basketball or baseball or American football or rugby or cricket, right? Those media companies, right, can make a lot of money. Well, here we have a media broadcast company that has the rights to broadcast soccer, right? That's just one of the many things that we have available, right? Real quick, over here we have Miracle Estates. This is something I want to touch on. This is real estate, right? This is people using the Phoenic token to buy real estate. This is a gigantic ecosystem that I just can't talk enough about, right? But I got to keep these videos short. I try to keep these lives to about 30 minutes. I'll have recorded videos that I try to keep to about 10 or 15 minutes so they're easy to digest. There's even a YouTube channel for Miracle Cash and More. And here you can go see the opening of their Amsterdam store. They introduced the Phoenix token. They introduced Miracle Estates. So all of these things have got me so excited about this particular project because it's combining real world existing business models, right? Sports and entertainment, real estate, ATMs, right? Walk-in retail stores where you can get information and make transactions. All of these things are all funneling into supporting this particular token called the Phoenix token. So I am extremely excited that this project has finally found its home network and finally launched. If you are watching live, I want to say thank you for watching and being here. Feel free to comment. I see we had Hawaii in the house here live. Aloha to Hawaii, mahalo. It is an awesome, awesome thing to be a part of this great thing we call the internet and around the world because we get to touch and interact with so many people that we would in the past not be able to. So from the bottom of my heart, I definitely appreciate you being here live watching this recording. If you have not subscribed, that is the one thing that you can do. It is free to do. That will ultimately help me out. I have a short-term goal of getting 500 subscribers on this particular YouTube channel to unlock some of the YouTube features. I am less than 20 subscribers away. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, I ask you, please, if any of this information is helpful to you, please subscribe. That would definitely help me out in my goal of getting to 500. And as always, this information is for entertainment and educational purposes only. My name is Ben. I'm here with Templar Knight Crypto. I want to say God bless and have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you're watching around the world.